Good evening and welcome to Injustice Investigations. I'm your host, Al Scott. We thank you all for tuning in to tonight's dialogue. Something we haven't done in a while, but I feel it is a need to do it tonight. Of course, you know we're going to be speaking about the individual that was killed in Shreveport the other day. By several agencies, the Shreveport Police Department, Caddo Parish Sheriff's Office, and Louisiana State Troopers were involved. Now, I'm sure many of you know what's going on, but for those of you that don't, I am going to give a brief update to the case. But first, let me say this before we get started here tonight. Your comments are always welcome, and we appreciate you participating. Good evening, Tiki and Aisha Joyner. Good evening. Thank you all for tuning in. Here's what I'm going to ask you all to do tonight. And I've never asked this, but tonight I'm going to lay some ground rules out. What I'm asking is that if you have anything negative to say about the individual that was killed the other day, anything derogatory, diabolical, hateful, right out super stupid, I'm going to ask you to keep it just like that, a thought. Do not put it on this page. I will remove it and I will ban you from this page. This is a serious issue. Yes, everybody is entitled to their opinion, but here's the thing. While we're debating this tonight, his family is preparing for a funeral. So, and they may very well be listening to tonight's show. So it's just simply called respect. I don't care what you bring up about his past if you feel it's necessary, but I'm going to ask you to bring it up in a respectable way. That's all I'm going to ask this evening. I have never asked that, but I'm asking it this evening. Now, my sincere condolences to Mr. Odom's family. You all are in my prayers. And with that being said, an incident took place the other day. Started in on North Market, Blanchard, Louisiana. Hey, thanks. And yes, his family is tuned in. Amen. Okay, thank you all for listening tonight and stuff. And if you didn't hear me earlier, my sincere condolences to the family. It was a terrible situation. I was sitting at my desk, and a lady did a live video, and she said that somebody had just passed by and lit up a white vehicle or something to that extent. So we didn't think too much about it. We just logged off and got ready because we was going to do a live YouTube channel that night, and we did. But so we didn't want to be late for it, so we didn't think anything about it. Well, shortly before airtime for YouTube, the emails started coming about what was really going on, and so we were late coming on air because we were doing a piece on that. What I want to discuss tonight is, was it an overkill of Mr. Odom the other night at the hands of police officers in Shreveport, Louisiana? When I first saw the video, the actual video of what happened, it sent chills through me because I'm looking and I'm seeing this, as it's happening in like real time, and I'm like, oh my God. And I don't know how many shots I heard. I would say there was well over 70 shots. James Ray Thomas Sr. said they didn't have to shoot him that many times. Enough is enough. I agree. I totally agree with you on that. And so when I'm listening to the shots and I'm looking at the fire and I'm looking at this lady in a vehicle get out, then get back in a vehicle, because, you just couldn't believe the shots that you heard. I'm like, it seemed like it was 70 or more to me. Some said it was 100, some said 178. I don't know for sure, so that I can't debate right now unless somebody on here knows exactly how many shots were fired. But it sent chills through me. And one thing we need to remember tonight is that everybody is somebody's child. I don't care if you like them or not. I don't care if they're bad actors or not. Everybody is somebody's child, and you may not give a damn about them, but there's somebody somewhere that loves them. Okay, Miss Ashton. Yes, and I'm going to get to that in just a minute, Miss Ashton. Thank you. Yes, someone put that out on our post a little while ago, and I did respond to it, so we're going to go there too. But anyway, let's go on. We don't have a lot of time. I'm going to give you just a brief example of what excessive force is. A police officer may be held liable for using excessive force in an arrest. A police officer may also be liable for not stopping his other police officers from using excessive force. Now, what's excessive force to some may not be to others. What can be a justifiable homicide to the police, the family, and residents may not see it that way. My uncle was a sweet person. I love him dearly. Mr. Miles, you have my sincere condolences. You're in my prayers. If there's anything that we can do for you all, you know where we at. The number's up. The email address is there along with my phone number. I promise you, no matter what time, I will be there. I promise you that. And heaven is backing me up. Just let me know. I will be there. You have my sincere condolences and stuff. And so we have to look at justifiable homicide. Somebody says, I agree. Amen. Thank you. In New York City, the coroner ruled Eric Garner's death a homicide. So if it's a homicide, then it means we need to arrest someone. You're welcome, brother. Or we need to be looking for the perpetrators. Well, New York Police Department didn't have to go far, because when they said death was a homicide, the individuals that put him in the prohibited chokehold was right there in the police department. So you didn't have to go far. But paraphrasing here, New York Police Department, they didn't disagree with the coroner. They said it was a homicide. Let's just call it justifiable homicide. And I think that's a justifiable lie. Now, I'm going to break the events down, but I want to do one thing quickly so I don't forget. I'm going to read a couple of response that we got today when we were letting the public know we will be doing a dialogue on this tonight. This is a comment from Tamika Holloway. Tamika Holloway says, as soon as I seen the video and saw 100 shots, I said it was overkill. Then I thought, they are trained killers. She's exactly right. In training, when they're in academy, they're not trained to wound. They're trained to kill. That's what they're trained to do. Now, this is the comment I really wanted to get to tonight, because I totally disagree with what this young lady says. Her name is Tasha Taylor. Here's what Tasha Taylor had to say. It has nothing to do with Shreveport. At the time, he was labeled as armed and dangerous. However, and this is the way she's writing, so I'm going to read it the way she's writing. It's her words. I'm not skipping over anything. However, if shoot, that's the way she says it, you're shot, do you think that they were going to allow themselves to be him, victim? That's the way she's writing it. Come on now. Let's be real. I'm not a cop, But if you shoot at me, I'm unload. First thing I want to say to you, Tasha Taylor, this evening, God, I hope you're on here. Number one, I thank God that you're not a police officer, and if you're seeking that position, I pray to God that something changes your mind, because you're a menace to your damn self and you don't even know it. Listen, it is a Shreveport issue. And I'm going to tell you why it's a Shreveport issue, Tasha, for the simple fact that when you say Shreveport has nothing to do with it, Shreveport has every damn thing to do with it. Because recently, Shreveport police officers have been getting out of control. There's been cases of police brutality. We have one brother, Anthony Childs, who was shot and killed on February 5th. And they had the audacity to come back to coroner and said that this was a suicide. And I can't believe that they would come back and say that the man committed suicide. We covered this story. And when this is over, when you get time, go back and read the things that I wrote. We covered it from the first day it happened to what they said that day, what they said the next day, and what they said that day, and then what the coroner said. We didn't miss a beat. There's no way on God's earth you can convince me that Anthony Childs committed suicide. That's a damn lie. That's a damn lie. Now, when we say it's an issue in Shreveport, I don't care if the cop or deputy is from Mississippi or Florida, New York. They were in Shreveport, Louisiana, and an officer shot him in Shreveport, Louisiana. So it is about Shreveport, because in my opinion, I don't know what the hell is going on at the police department, but it seems like Shreveport police officers are losing their damn minds. And we don't want this to become another city to where they're just killing people, whether they're guilty or not, just because they have a badge and a gun. So yes, it is a Shreveport issue, Tasha Taylor. It is. I promise you that. You may not see it that way, but I see it that way. And I pray to God that you never become a police officer if that's your desire, because they are also, as well as they're taught to kill, they're taught to make quick decisions. They're taught to say, okay, no, wait now, can we alleviate this situation without deadly force? Can we do that? Then you went on and talked about how they had said he was armed and dangerous. They did say that. So basically you're saying they said he was armed and dangerous. What do you think they're going to do when they approach him? Oh, I don't know. Maybe the same damn thing they do when they go and they catch mass shooters who done shot 10, 15, 20 people, and they bring them in alive. That's probably what I was thinking, but you don't think like that. When I heard all them shots, I sat for a minute, because it sent chills through me, and I'm like, oh my God. So do I think it was an overkill? Yes, I do. I understand the situation. I understand what he had been accused of doing. I understand that. I understand of the brother that had been shot multiple times in the leg, none life-threatening injuries, though. Also understand about the truck being stolen. Also understand that he had made threats he was going to harm himself and others in a house in Shreveport. And we'll get to that shortly, in the 200 block of East 70th Street. I understand all that. I understand that the police department says that he was vanishing the gun out of the window as they was chasing him, and he was just randomly shooting at people, but he didn't hit anybody. I understand what they said. But let me say this to you. The police department, I'm not saying they're lying, but I am saying this. This police department and every damn police department in the United States are known for lying. They serve and protect their very own. So when I hear Prater say, with great pride, that they did well, that troubles me. That troubles me. That really troubles me. When you say they did well. I don't know how many shots it was. I did hear a shot when, as the video began, I heard a lady say, oh my God, he just shot at the cop. I heard a guy say, yeah, he shot at the cop. That very well may be true. I don't know. But listen, if you got, as they said, 5 officers shot, I don't think it took every 5 officers did not have to pull a trigger, but they did. So, was it necessary or was it overkill? We know what he had. They had accused him of doing. But again, I'm asking you, was it really necessary in broad daylight in that business district that you would come? And when he come, now, mind you now, a police officer knows one thing every time he or she leaves that house. Here's what they know. They don't know if they will ever see that house again. Because with a badge and a gun, they're marked for death. I understand that. I know what he had done. But when he came out, he shot one time. They shot many times. I think it was an overkill. I know what he did. I know what he is accused of doing. But I also know that they have brought people in taking people into custody that done damn near killed the whole set without using deadly force. So that's why it's an issue, because it looks like this is becoming a domino effect here in the city of Shreveport. And I'd be damned if we let that happen. I don't give a damn about what a cop says. When a cop does his or her report, here's what they said to cover their ass. All they got to do is say, I feared for my life. I thought he had a phone. It's just police language. I just want to know, was a gun recovered from the car, and did he shoot first? Please answer that. Here's what I know about that. The police have put out a statement that they did recover a pistol from the vehicle. They did say they recovered one. Now, as far as him shooting first, I don't remember them commenting on that, but I heard people who were shooting the video via cell phone said that he shot first. But I haven't saw that in writing yet. I looked for it today and I couldn't find it. If it was there, I missed it. But I do know that they did say that they did find a gun in his car. Okay. Now, he was not shooting at anybody else. Okay. That comment left. I'm sorry. Okay. So, again, you can sit, as they did today, I don't know who did it, but somebody put his history out, his criminal history. And people do that. I know certain people do it to try to minimize their wrong in it and try to do what is called damage control by letting you know that he's an ex-convict, he did this. Give a damn what he did in the past, talking about what's going on right now. We should be better trained officers. Even though he came out, and if they say he shot, he shot. I know damn well it didn't take, I know it was over 70 shots. I know damn well it didn't take that. And the problem with a lot of black people, we accept whatever the police said and we leave it alone because we're scared to stand up for what we know is right for fear of being locked up. But then you'll go out there and deliberately commit a damn crime and carry your silly ass to jail. But you won't stand up on issues like this here because it doesn't affect you, because you have no emotions tied to it, because he's not your family member, he's not your friend. But that's not the way it works. Justice for all, fairness for all. Someone just said, Antoine said it was 178 shots fired. I don't give a damn what the police said. I don't give a damn what the Louisiana State Police said. I don't give a damn what Cattle Sheriff's Department say. You got 178 shots. You can justify one or two shots. That's all I'm gonna give you. Can justify one or two, but how in the hell on God's earth can you justify 178 shots versus that if it happened one shot? You can't justify it. You cannot justify it. I listened to the press conference with Chef Prater, SPD, and State Trooper. I'm going to say this about the State Trooper. I respect him. I respect his demeanor, how calm he was, and how eloquent he spoke, and he reached out to the family. And I felt that. whether the police department think they were in the right or not, police officers should always contact the family and offer their condolences. I don't give a damn if you think we had to do it. Okay, maybe you did. Have you called the family? No, but I think you should. Now, if they don't want to receive you, then so be it. But at least you tried to speak with them on that issue. 178 shots, yes, indeed, that was an overkill. Anybody sit here and say, well, you know what he did, what he said he did? I know exactly what he's alleged, had been alleged of doing, but whether he done it or not, was 178 shots justified? Somebody said, I read some dummy's page that they were going to initiate a march against SPD for wrongly murdering and labeling SPD as murders. I haven't read that. I think it's Dershawn. But I will say this. We need a new approach to the injustice that blacks are receiving in this country. Things that worked the 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, and maybe the 70s, well, some of those techniques played out. They don't work no more. The white man don't give a damn about you going to Walmart, buying a permanent marker and a poster board, coming out with a sign that says no justice, no peace. They don't give a damn. That don't mean nothing to them. So we got to come up with a new approach for the injustices that blacks continue to receive at the hands of police officers in this country. The only thing that I know worked back then for sure, and I know it still works today, boycotts. Because when they boycotted back in the day, they shut it down. They didn't take cabs, they didn't take no buses, they didn't go shop, they didn't do nothing. They did absolutely nothing because the black people knew that they pumped a lot of money into the economy. And so if you ever want to get the white man straight, hit him in his pocket. Yes, a lot of them are legal murders. She said legal. So we need a new approach to injustice because this marching and walking, it don't mean a damn thing. It doesn't mean a damn thing. We have to police the police. We only want to do something after the fact. Blacks need to become proactive. We need to get the police back up into a corner where they're going to think twice again. Okay, I thought it went off. Somebody said we would not stick together. People are saying he had a gun. Okay, I don't give a damn if he had a gun. Okay, I don't give a damn if he had a gun. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn if he came out and he shot once. People are still missing what I'm trying to tell you. If we said 178 shots, I don't know if all of them hit, but 178 shots, we have to address that. I don't give a damn if he had a Uzi. We have to address. Every time I heard it, it sent chills through me. I'm like, wow. A family member put out on our Injustice Facebook page today, and I'm paraphrasing, and she said he had some mental issues going on. He had lost his mother recently, and he was still dealing with that. And he somewhat became suicidal and got to the point to where he never shook back. He never shook back from that. And all he said was he wanted to go be with his mother. I've never said this publicly, and I'm going to say it tonight. I've never said this. Well, I said it today for the first time public when I responded to his relatives' comment on my page. That was the first time I ever brought this up in public. My mother died September 23rd, 1992. I'll never forget it. Worst day of my damn life. The only person knew that I had taken an overdose of pills to try and kill myself when my mother died was the lady that I was with at that time. Because when Mom left, before she died, she would always say, boy, when I'm gone, the world going to treat you bad. And it did. So I can feel his pain from losing his mother. I don't care if it was 10 years ago. You never get over that. And if you stop grieving over your mom then you have desensitized yourself from all emotions, and grieving never ends. You go to the grave grieving over your loved ones. So I can feel his pain on that. Officers need to be better trained. They need psychological tests. If that had been a scenario that they had to do in the academy, they would have failed the academy. It did not take 170 some shots. It did. Briefly, tell you what we have. It says it started in Blanchard. Then police, Shreveport, got a call to the 200 block of East 70th Street at 4:30 p.m. SPD responded to that call about an armed man who had stolen a white Chevrolet Tahoe. Police were also told, once they arrived, that he had shot another man multiple times in his leg, and then he fled the scene. 6 p.m., cattle sheriff departments were sent to the 5300 block of North Market. Someone at the residence was threatening to harm himself and others inside the home. Deputies later spotted the white Tahoe, and the chase begun, with deputies and SPD through the city of Shreveport, east and west. Now, the police said he was firing shots randomly out of his vehicle, barely missing people. They put out spike strips to no avail. Didn't work. So, they were given permission to shoot his tire out, which brought the chase to its end at Jewella Avenue and the Greenwood Road. Okay, there's your timeline. I think the police department handled it wrong. Not just because he's black. I think they handled it wrong. And I think the way Sheriff Prater talked about it was very disrespectful, because you can't hear an ounce of sympathy in his voice whenever he speaks. And don't forget, this is the same white boy that have a problem with letting good nigger inmates go because they wash their cars, they put gas in their car, they keep the cars clean. So anytime you execute a black, he don't give a damn. He don't give a damn. And I don't expect for them to give a damn. We have to give a damn. It's unbelievable. All those shots. If he shot, he shot. But not 100 and some shots. That's not justifiable homicide. That's just right out of murder. As simple as that. So Prater said it was 5 officers that shot. Well, lock every one of the damn officers up till we can find out which bullet killed him, if not all. Do black lives matter in the United States? No. And not only does it not matter in the United States when it comes to white people, it don't matter to a lot of black people in the United States, because we knocking each other's off just for waking up black. And so if we ever want another race to see us in a different light, then we must first begin to see ourselves in a different light. So black people need to realize that black lives matters first. And then maybe the white man said, we can't mess over them no more because they're getting it together. It was an overkill, in my opinion. In my opinion. On Mr. Odom. I know what he's accused of doing. But police officers needs to be better trained. When he came out, if he shot that one time, maybe one officer could have shot. Maybe. I don't know. But they're going to tell you any and everything to justify their wrong. And here's what I would tell them. There is absolutely, and you can quote me on this, there is absolutely no defense for absolute wrong. I'm going to say it again. There's absolutely no defense for absolute wrong. I just don't think it took all of that. I don't give a damn what he had been accused of doing. And I've said it several times tonight, but do you know how many times cops go and get people that can kill damn near 10, 15, 20 people and don't fire one damn shot and bring them in custody and they have a trial? So Tasha Taylor, again, before I leave, it matters that it happened in Shreveport because it looks like SPD is getting out of control. And maybe it's time, just as well as we're doing an overhaul on the criminal justice system, maybe we need to do an overhaul on the Shreveport Police Department. You can't justify this. Yes, no damage control on this one that I'm going to fall for anyway. It was an overkill. Regardless to what they say he did, regardless to that, I think, with all due respect, if they'd have killed him with 1 or 2 bullets, I probably wouldn't even be doing the show tonight. I probably wouldn't. But it's time for us to realize that everybody matters. And your child is your child, and my child is your child. And that's the way we have to look at it. I have to care. We look for reasons to care. I don't give a damn about his past. Nobody came in squeaky clean. Nobody's going out squeaky clean. Everybody that's watching me tonight and myself has a secret that they don't want the next person to know about. You're going to take it to your damn grave. Some of you done committed some damn crimes. If you had gotten caught, you would not be watching me tonight. When will we let a person's past be the past and let them live so that they can have a future and quit bringing up the wrongs they did? Well, you can bring up his wrong, and I promise you I can bring up yours. I promise you I can bring up yours. He might have been somewhat of a threat at that particular time in that state of mind, but I'm sure they was briefed on that before they went after him, or they learned during the pursuit of what was really going on with it. So your only answer to ending this is to end his life. When you was given permission to shoot the back tire out, and it eventually comes to its end. I wasn't there to see it up close to see what really happened. I've heard several stories. I saw some video. I saw one video that I don't even think it's been released to the public. And that's the video that made me sit down today and just look. And I'm like, wow. Many are upset because we shared the video. Was it necessary? You damn right it was necessary. We can't live in a make-believe world. This is not reality TV. This is life. And I'm going to show it the way they did it. I think another agency needs to come in and investigate the shooting of Mr. Odom. I think it was wrong. But what I think is not written in stone. It's just my opinion. I'm not trying to pass my opinion off as a fact. But here's what I'm saying. Again, the Shreveport Police Department, they're getting it wrong a lot lately. They're getting it wrong. They're getting it wrong. Now, when you're suffering from mental illness, depression, it's just like alcohol and drugs. You're not in your right mind. You're not in your right mind. So, which means that in so many ways, I'm going to have to think for you tonight. If you're under the control of a dangerous substance, I'm going to have to think for you tonight. If you've been drinking and you're drunk, I'm going to have to drive you home tonight because you're not in your right mind right now. Anything could go wrong. So when we're training these police officers, they need to be trained on how to spot and deal with mental people that are going through some things. They have the audacity to say, oh, it's just a suicide by a cop. I dare you say that. I dare you say that. I dare you say that. Why don't I believe them with everything they say? Oh, I don't know. Maybe because in February they killed Anthony Childs and come back and say he shot his damn self. Bullshit. And a lot of you blacks sitting here looking at me, you talk that black shit, black this, black that. But when the shit get gangster, you carry your ass up under your bed and you hide. You don't say shit. You don't say a mumbling word. The family don't want to hear, we praying for you. We thinking about you. Get up off your ass and let's turn things around. That talk ain't going to do shit. We thank you for that, but that ain't going to do shit. I don't, oh, that's so sad what they did. Make sure it don't happen again. Get up. Let them know that you are somebody. You're not 3/5 of a damn human. You're human. I hope you all share this video. I really do. And I'm going to keep a close watch on this case because I have a feeling that it's not over yet. It's not over yet. That was an overkill. I don't give a damn if he had just shot the president. That was an overkill. When they're shooting, I'm like, in my mind, when the fuck are they going to stop? But they kept going, kept going, kept going, kept going, kept going. And when I read what his family members said about what he had been going through, that he never shook back after his mother died. It took me years to get it together. After my mom died, I got to the point I just didn't give a damn. I didn't give a damn if I went to jail. I didn't give a damn what happened. Mom was gone, and a part of me was gone too. I didn't give a damn. So if you never lost your mom, then you don't know what I'm feeling right now, and you don't know what Mr. Odom was feeling if you never lost your mom. But sometimes I may not be in my right mind. I may be out just shooting people. I need somebody that's going to approach me with a badge and a gun that done had mental training and can spot it. And don't kill me. Wound me if you have to, but don't kill me because you know there's something that's going on. I'm depressed. I got some issues right now. Just don't pull your gun out and shoot me because you got one and you're covered. There's going to be a law that's going to protect you from any consequences, repercussions, or anything. So you can pull that trigger with ease. I don't think nobody on the planet should have to have endured being shot at, I don't know how many times he got hit, so I'm going to put it like that, over 100 and some times. Nobody. And when the family says, when they were called to the 200 block of East 70th Street, hear me good and quote me. When they were called to the 200 block of East 70th Street in Shreveport, Louisiana, they were informed right then that he had some things going on. He had some mental issues. He was depressed. He was still suffering over the loss of his mother and said he wanted to hurt himself and others in the house. He wanted to go see his mom. They were informed. So it should be somebody on the police force that has become an expert in this field that goes out on situations like this so that officers will not have to take them out with deadly force. We can spot this before we end somebody's life. Again, I didn't mean to keep you all too long. Your comments are always welcome. I appreciate that. I can't see them all from where I'm at, but when I log off, I'm going to go, and I tried my best to read them all. If someone has said anything derogatory or anything negative about Mr. Odom or his family, I promise you this, I'm going to remove it, and I'm going to block you from this page because this is a serious issue. I don't need your negativity right now. I don't need it. If you want to talk about something, then talk about it in a respectable way. Because it was Mr. Odom the other day. If your ass don't watch out, it could be you tomorrow. Your family member. So again, before we leave, I offer my condolences to Mr. Odom's family. As I told one of the family members, I know it's on here now, that if you need me for whatever I can do, call me, and I promise you I will answer and I will do it. If you need me to do more shows like this, to come and meet you somewhere or whatever, I promise you, Eddie Mays Boy will be right there. Everybody is somebody's child. Stop looking for a reason to help people. We all have done things in the past. But I can't live my life because you keep taking me back there where I'm not there no more. There are warning signs before anybody do anything in this world. But if you don't know what the warning signs look like, you're going to miss them every day. You are. You're going to miss them. I want to go. My shoulder's hurting, and I'm kind of getting a little emotional, so I'm going to go. But I love you all. Thank you all for tuning in tonight. And you all be blessed until we see you later. Y'all have a good night. I thank you all for tuning in tonight. God bless you. Good night. Miss Hall, I see you, and Kimberly Lewis and Miss Oliver, I see you all watching. I thank you all for tuning in. But if you agree with any of the things that I've said tonight, I'm going to ask that you share this video. I never asked you to do that. I'm going to ask you to share this for a reason, because people need to be made aware of what's going on in police departments. You cannot justify 100 and some damn shots. I don't give a damn who you were shooting at. You done went and got white boys with machine guns and tanks and shit, and didn't fire one damn shot. It's time for some returning of the guns and the badges, because you wear them in disgrace. I'm Al Scott with Injustice Investigations. I'm not always right, and you are not always wrong. We'll see you on the radio.